Hi guys, so welcome back to the PHATLASH channel. If you're new here, I'm Danielle. I work as part of the PHATLASH team. Here we are based in the UK and we are a beauty supply company and also educators who work online and in person. We sell all kinds of supplies, from lash supplies, brow supplies, and all kinds of courses from, again, lashes, brows, all the way through to facials, hair extensions and waxing. So being a company that offers this kind of training, we do get a lot of questions about how to start off, especially in the lash industry. Quite a few of us who work here as part of the PHATLASH team are lash techs ourselves, so we've been there firsthand and experienced it. So I thought I would just answer a few of our frequently asked questions in all one big video for you today. So obviously, in terms of the first step to becoming a lash tech is getting your training and getting qualified wherever you may be in the world. So here in the UK, you would go to an in-person face-to-face course, or you would do an online course. You would get your training by an accredited trainer or academy, and carry that out and then get your insurance. I know in other parts of the world, like in the USA, for example, in different states, you need to be like a licensed cosmetologist or esthetician. I know things vary from country to country, to state to town, all over the place. But here specifically in the UK, as long as you've been trained by an insured and qualified teacher and have been taught an accredited course, you're good to go ahead and get your insurance and start lashing yourself. So then the next step after completing your training, obviously you're going to be looking about for your products, whether you've been given a kit as part of your course or you're kind of searching around on the internet, on social media and putting feelers out, kind of gauging other lash artists' opinions on what works well for them, what doesn't work well for them. But I do always say to try out products firsthand. Everything works completely different, varies from lash tech to lash tech, depends on the look, your price point, things like that. So to get set up, I would, if you haven't already got a kit, maybe reach out to your trainer and ask kind of what they think you will need. Or again, go to social media. There'll be loads of videos. We will have a video also of what the best things are to buy when you're starting off, so keep a lookout for that. And once you've got those, obviously you can start your practicing. In terms of clientele in the very beginning, what you want to do obviously is, hopefully you'll have done some models as part of your training, and then you can kind of do some family and friends, just kind of get to grips with what you're doing. You can offer this for free just for the first couple of sets, or you could also kind of do it at just product cost, just to get those people in, just to get your experience in, get your time coming down. Obviously it can take quite a lot of time to do a lash set when you're first starting off, but the more you practice, the more that will come down. Now, in terms of getting clientele in general, the best places to go for that are social media. That's how the word spreads in general about pretty much everything business-wise nowadays, but especially when it comes to beauty services, your best place to go is for sure Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So with Instagram, obviously you really want to work alongside the algorithm and with hashtags, things like that, to make sure that people in your local area are finding you. Especially if you're looking for clientele, you want people local to you. It's all well and good somebody halfway across the country seeing your content and thinking you're great, but you want to make sure that you're targeting the right audience. So using hashtags, location tags and things like that is definitely the best way to go about that. And the similar thing, once you go onto TikTok, it's great. TikTok For You page reaches everyone all over the world, but you do want to make sure that you're targeting the people that are going to be your regular clients. Again, Facebook is a really good way to target those people in your location. I know a lot of places by us where we are, there is like a local group, so post in there if you can, and get those people in. You want to be posting pictures of your work, your prices, offering out your services, things like that. Now, I think one of the most important things in general when trying to attract in those clients is your branding, your personal branding, looking nice and enticing for people to want to check out your page and look at your work. So obviously you want to start out with your logo and making sure that your branding is consistent. Then you can pop on somewhere like Canva and do that for yourself, or you can hire a graphic designer to do that for you. If you are artistically inclined, it'd be so easy to do it yourself. Watch a couple YouTube tutorials and pop yourself a logo. Make sure you're watermarking your pictures as you post them. You've got branded Instagram stories, highlights, things like that. Make sure it's really cohesive. In terms of your actual work that you're posting, lash work, make sure that you're only posting your best work. So that isn't kind of like, don't post for the first 2 years because you know you can get better. That is a case of, say you're doing 4 sets in the day, if one of them you think is not completely something you would want to put forward and advertise, you don't have to post it. Just kind of post the work that you think represents you the best. You don't have to be posting 100 times a day on Instagram in order for people to see you. Another thing that you can do is follow trends. This is a big thing, obviously, on TikTok, using trending sounds, trending ideas and memes and jokes. And in the lash industry, there will be kind of trending looks. So at the moment, people are really into like the anime lashes, wet look lashes, angel lashes. Having a go at those, making sure to tag it, is definitely a great way to reach an audience. Another thing that I always say is people love people. Obviously, your business accounts are an extension of yourself. Make sure that you're making yourself personable. Obviously, there are things that you wouldn't post on your business page that you would post on your personal or your private for obvious reasons. But there's nothing stopping you posting more kind of pictures and videos and stories that involve your everyday life. Now, I would mainly do this on stories, not on your feed. You want to keep your feed kind of purely your work, but you want to also keep yourself at the top of people's stories list. So obviously the little icons at the top on Instagram, the more you post, you're going to be pushed up. And when people are bored, scrolling through the stories, tap, you're always going to be one of those first ones there. So do a mix of things. Share your work, kind of your Instagram posts to your stories, get your clients to tag you on their stories, and in their posts, share them also to your stories. You want to make sure that you've got client testimonies in terms of selfies and things like that to post up there. But you can also post your day-to-day life. Take a little mirror selfie when you get into the salon, ready for a busy day, excited to see you all, kind of things like that. Take videos. It could just be kind of take videos. It could just kind of you be looking at the camera saying, hey guys, just finished or just starting my day, gonna post my availability later on, or I'll go through messages, things like that. Posting interactive stories, so this or that, things people can vote on and reply to, is definitely going to push you in terms of the algorithm. Also making sure that you then add your stories to Instagram highlights. Have your Instagram highlights, have like client selfies, price lists, things like that. It is also really helpful to make sure that you're posting kind of offers every now and then when times are a bit slow, for instance January, but don't be constantly doing kind of discounts on your sets, because then people are going to wait for those discounts rather than coming full price. Maybe kind of do, you know, book along with your friend and both get £5 off your service. That's handy. Or kind of do, you know, loyalty schemes, you know, visit 5 times, get your 6th one free. They will definitely help. But overall, the best way to get those clientele in is to make sure that you have nice socials to look at, keeping them relevant, doing good work, being nice to your clients and getting that word of mouth out. That's going to keep bringing the returning clients back and getting new ones in. So yeah, if you have any further questions about how to get clientele or starting off as a lash technician, do leave them below. Any video ideas, things like that, and I'll make sure to pop back on and answer those.